Hello, this is a presentation for A-level law. First thing we need to ask is, well, who's going to be teaching you? And that's myself, Mrs. Reynard. I'm head of law, and then the other law teacher at BRGS is Mrs. Taylor. The study of law is a really interesting thing. It tells us what all our rights and responsibilities are, what we can do, what we can't do. It structures and controls our behaviour, even though sometimes we might not know that. So it's really quite interesting how students sometimes are really surprised that we have a law that covers this or covers that, because they haven't really realised up until that point that those laws existed and did in fact tell us what behaviour was acceptable, unacceptable, and controlled our behaviour in a particular way. What are you going to be studying? Well, one of the things that's going to come next is how we're assessed, and there are effectively 3 exam papers. So paper 1 includes the criminal law and the English legal system. So as the PowerPoint tells you, that includes things like learning about the crimes of murder, manslaughter, what if somebody has a defence because they were really aggrieved by what somebody had said to them and they kind of responded very negatively to that. You know, how and what defences exist to a wide range of different crimes. So that's paper 1. Paper 2 is about the law of tort. Now, the word tort actually means actionable civil wrongs. If we are wronged in some way, so one of the classic ways in which somebody can be wronged is in a road traffic accident where someone's driving along or walking along, even minding their own business, and they suddenly become involved in a road traffic accident. Well, how do we get compensation? How do we get compensation if there is suddenly a nuisance or trespass to our land? What about if the medical professionals mess up and we want compensation for the injuries that they've caused to us, and so on? So that's what the law of tort is about. And then finally, we have contract law. And that really is a quite interesting law because it does, as it says here, affect us on a daily basis. You know, getting a phone contract, starting a part-time job, going out shopping, bidding on eBay, all of that is covered by the law of contract. And it is the law that every single person will at some point in their lives come into contact with, more than hopefully the other 2. Okay. So how is it assessed? As I said just before, we have 3 2-hour exams at the end of your second year. So the substantial content in each exam, as I've already said, was criminal law, the law of tort, and the law of contract. But in each of those exams, you will also do a little bit of English legal systems that is related to the topics that you are studying. So it all kind of comes together quite nicely. Our subject entry requirements from your GCSEs are school entrance requirements. So whatever our school entrance requirements are in that particular year, so that is what is needed to study A-level law. Okay, so where have our students gone on to? Well, we're very proud that we have a number of barristers and solicitors who have been students at BRGS and studied law at BRGS. So it is quite a popular choice that a number of students go on to do a law degree. But law does permeate every area of our lives, really. And so we literally have had students do everything from, as it tells you here, fashion design to teaching, to theology, to business, to marketing, to management, to policing, criminology, psychology, sociology, medicine, and all incredibly architecture, an incredibly wide range of degrees that our students have gone on to, mainly because the law is underpins so many of them. Okay, and the other thing to say is that law is a well-respected A-level and has been approved by every Russell Group university in this country. So every Russell Group university is more than happy to accept A-level law. Thank you very much for listening. Hope to see you during our open event. Thank you. Bye.